I want to start off tonight, though, in Laikipia, where Inspector General of Police Joseph Boinet has denied being shot at by his herders as his helicopter took off from Sosian farm in Laikipia County. The IG had been in a meeting with security officers deployed for an operation to drive away herders from the ranch. The houses in the ranch were torched this week. NTV's Sheila Sendeyo is following that story and has been for us for the past few days and joins me now live from Laikipia. Sheila, what do we know?
Well, Larry, what we do know right now is that there was another shooting at Sosian Ranch. This just 30 minutes drive, give or take, from Rumuruti town on a dirt stretch. And this happened at around 5-6 o'clock. From what we do know, he's one of the directors of Sosian Ranch. This ranch combines cattle keeping and tourism. And he's also the owner and founder of Offbeat Safaris. This specializes in horseback safaris. They basically ride through Laikipia to the Amboseli to the Mara, and you get to see game up close on a horse's back. So he's one of the directors of Sosian Ranch, and on this particular occasion he was riding up to the area where 3 houses had been torched this last few days, and the terrain there is a bit difficult. There's lots of thick bush, and we understand that he was ambushed, he was killed. There were 3 choppers, we were told, that were circling the area at the moment. We're not clear at this time whether they belong to the police or they belong to the neighbors or some of the directors of that ranch, but we understand that he was found later this evening, and the horse was also injured, suffered a few broken legs. This particular area has been a bit problematic. Inspector General of Police Joseph Boinet, I beg your pardon, did meet with some of the security officers that have been deployed over there to keep the peace, and he said that he actually disputed reports that came from the ground earlier that his chopper had been shot at as he was taking off from Sosian and heading back to the capital. And he said that during the whole time that he was there wasn't any sort of hostile reception, and those reports were actually not true. But the whole of that area is a bit fluid at the moment. We're hearing about lots of gunshots. Of course, the police engaging with the herders that had moved in there with lots of their animals. It's been going on over the last couple of days. That's where the operation has been concentrated this past days. But this sort of incident has been happening a lot throughout the county, and this is just, let's say, the 3rd month. It's been going back since sometime late last year, and in some instances a lot earlier than that. And we did put together a story, and here it is. The calm at Sosian Ranch is deceptive. This has been the front line the last few days in a fierce gun battle between police and herdsmen. Police say the herders with their thousands of livestock are here illegally, and they're here to drive them away. Police Inspector General Joseph Boinet met with some of them yesterday at the ranch. He denied that his helicopter had been shot at as he took off from the ranch back to the capital. The county commander's vehicle is also said to have been shot at on the boundary between Sosian and Suyan farms. Trouble has been brewing here a while now. Here in Sosian, that combines tourism and cattle keeping, 3 houses had been torched and camels stolen last night. The lodge closed its doors to business last month after invaders razed the lodges in the neighboring Suyan ranch. The herders on their part say the police have been brutal in this latest operation, forcing them to act as they have.
Anawezaje ita jamii mbili kubwa tu ambayo inajulikana Kenya criminals? Angekuja yeye mwenyewe, basi Kenya haijakosa mahakama ya kupeleka criminals. Wangetushika, watupeleke, watustaki. Kuna sheria, kuna penal codes za polisi, kuna kila kitu ambayo ingetufanya tushikwe. Na sasa hatujui ni kwa nini wanatuweka tu hivi.
These vast ranches here in Laikipia County are now the setting of a growing confrontation between herders now and police officers who've been on security operations to drive them out of the ranches where they've been for the last couple of months with hundreds of thousands of livestock. It's been many long and dry months, and the herders say they must find fresh water and pasture for their dying animals. And the vegetation in these ranches has been hugely tempting, and over the last couple of months they've driven their animals into the ranches in search of this water and pasture. But confrontation between ranch owners and herders, who are said to have forcefully driven their animals into their farms, have made these vast plains uneasy. The problem is said to have started last year. Kifuku Estate has seen its fair share of the conflict. Cattle here has been stolen, property vandalized. They have been shot at a couple of times. But after days of a relative calm, they are slowly trying to rebuild.
A lot of the herders and their cattle have moved off. There's still some remaining. We still have people here with guns that we see. Occasionally we hear shots. We heard 4 shots last night. It's still not a good situation. Our cattle are still fungered in their boma all day. We're buying in hay for them, which it doesn't seem right somehow. You're on your own farm, but you're buying nyasi for your cows.
Since September, this ranch had been under persistent attacks. It is adjacent to Lombara farm, where the owner, John Mashira Mwai, was shot and crippled by raiders in July of 2016. Lombara is now a pile of ruins, and what looked like an easily manageable situation evolving into something more sinister.
Ng'ombe yako inapigwa risasi, ukiangalia utafanya nini mwenyewe? Hiyo ni kama bank account yako. Mtu anakuja akipiga risasi ukiiona, wewe utafanya nini kama ungekuwa ni wewe? Si ile hali ya kukasirika, unakasirika unasema hata pengine kama mimi naharibiwa hivyo, si hata basi mimi niharibu mali.
If I decided, my grass is not good here anymore, and told my herders, twende, let's go to a different county and kula nyasi there, I don't think I would be welcomed. In fact, I'm very sure I would not be welcomed.
Police have maintained that they have it under control and have successfully driven hundreds of animals off farms, but the battle is far from over. Sheila Sindeo, NTV, Laikipia County.